why
no wonder Brady wanted it like this.
That's why the Patriots had so many fewer fumbles than any other team over the last 10 years.
I think there's something to that.
Absolutely. All right, Four on the Floor brought to you by Citywide
I mean,
Banks.
isn't that odd? You know, if you were Sherlock Holmes, you go, cause and effect, that they don't fumble much, that it's not just for the... Wouldn't it be something that was actually blunt? Who would ask for the deflated football? Think about it.
There's absolutely something
What if
to
somebody, but what if one of the running backs went in and said, I'd like for... It could it have been Belichick or Josh McDaniels? We saw Josh McDaniels in action that went in and said,
it was Tom Brady.
okay.
First question, Four on the Floor. Who do you want to see come up for the Rockies 40-man roster in September?
I want to see Story. We're talking about the shortstop. I want to see Jose Reyes out of here. I want to see him gone. He doesn't want to be here. Take your $22 million, go somewhere else. Who in the world's going to trade for him? Nobody. They're not going to be able to trade for him. So just do a Drew Stubbs. You know where Drew Stubbs is now?
Yeah, he just signed with Texas.
Yeah, they just ate. You know, I told yesterday I ate it. I want to see Story. I'd like to see Dave Dahl, who had lost a kidney earlier this year.
Spleen. Yeah. Might be early for him. He might not be quite ready.
Well, he's back playing, so I mean, I'd like to see him. I'd like to see Corey Dickerson come back.
I want to see this catcher Murphy, because I hear he's pretty good defensively, and I want to see Story, who they're getting good reports on. They say he's a legitimate shortstop. Is he Tulowitzki? No, but they say he can play the shortstop position and he's a decent hitter. Number 2, who has the best chance to beat Ronda Rousey among women contenders? You're assuming we know women contenders. I'm going to say...
You know horse racing. I figured you knew this.
No, I don't know horse racing. I do some very quick homework right before we do that segment.
He thinks that,
I have no idea.
He thinks American Pharaoh could be.
No, I know. I know who can give her a run for her money. Tanya Harding. That's who I want to see fight her. Tanya Harding, or the only other women's boxer I know, Muhammad Ali's daughter, whatever her name is.
Muhammad Ali's daughter's not a bad pick, because she was a boxer. So she'd be tough. She'd have to discipline herself in...
What's her first name?
I don't know. She changed it, I think. No, I'm kidding. It's
I have no idea what
or something like that. But if she could adjust to UFC, and boxers do that. Nunes. N-U-N-C-E.
Nunes?
Nunes. She is 4-1. She was ahead in the other fight.
How do you know this?
I keep up with UFC. I was at the first
Seriously.
UFC. Her name is Nunes. They'll back it up.
Okay.
Her first name is Amanda.
I think it's right? D's Nunes.
I'm answering you serious here. Amanda Nunes is got to wade through a couple of people to get to Rousey, but I think she's going to be the first woman MMA artist who will give Rousey a run
fight
for her money.
I am so impressed.
Layla Ali.
Layla Ali. Yeah.
And it is Amanda Nunes, right?
Yes. I believe Eric Clapton sang a song about her.
Yes.
Yeah. Layla. Third question. Knicks or Nuggets? Which team will win more games this year?
You know, I'm beginning to like me some Knicks.
Really?
I look at that Calderon at point guard. Carmelo, obviously. They went out and got, who's the center? Lopez, who's been a nice center. Not anything great.
It's okay.
And they got Porzingis, who is going to fit in at power forward and center. He's got an outside shot. They've got Derek Williams, that a lot of people don't like much anymore, but they got him at power forward, so he and Porzingis. And they got Carmelo at the other spot. And
that's a good thing?
Well, I think
Carmelo?
that's
they got
he's going to have 26, 27 points a game.
Aaron Aflalo now, too.
Yeah. That's not a miserable, terrible team like that in the past. And this crowd here is not any good. They could end up that not being a deal. Explain why.
The Nuggets have a choice of first-round draft picks next year. They will get the Knicks if the Knicks have a worse record than the Nuggets, or the Nuggets will keep their own if they have a worse record than the Knicks.
This could go badly.
Yeah,
So
I think the Knicks are going to be terrible. I think the Knicks are going to be a 25 to 30 win team, and I think the Nuggets are going to be somewhere between 30 and 33. So I'm taking the Nuggets.
So it could be close. So
Yeah, it'll
you
be close.
admitting it could? You said 25 to 30.
I think we'll go down to the last
30
month
to
of the
30.
season. Not sure.
What if it went down? We need to look at the schedule. What if they play like the last game of the season or something? That could be a help. You couldn't tank then.
Would
could
somebody please check to see if the Nuggets and Knicks play each other in the month of April?
Yes.
That could be a
so
big
what
game.
we've got
Thank you.
here, look at it from another standpoint, is neither of those teams can tank next year, can they?
True.
Nobody's brought that up.
Right. The Knicks certainly can't because
The Nuggets,
they'll lose their first round
The
pick.
Nuggets don't want to tank because they don't want to be worse than the Knicks, and
Yeah.
the Knicks don't want to have to give up this draft choice.
Right.
They're going to play their butts
That's
off.
a great point. Yeah.
Thank
Then
you.
there's
Glad
always
I made one.
Philadelphia. They'll be tanking again. Last question. Better commencement speaker,
Who came up with
Steve
this?
Sarkisian of USC or David Hasselhoff?
David, I would think if it were in Germany, it'd be Hasselhoff because I never got that, but it's sort of like France and Jerry Lewis. They
Yeah.
loved him, and you go, really, you like these movies? That just kind of proves something about the French. But the Germans like Hasselhoff. He goes over and draws 20,000 for a concert.
Well, if you're talking about a commencement speaker, Hasselhoff has a tendency to drink and then just pass out. Sarkisian has a tendency to get drunk and then drop F-bombs over the microphone, so I think he'd be the better commencement speaker. Hasselhoff just lays on the ground and goes, whoa, and has foam hamburger, foam coming out of the corner of his mouth. I'm going Sarkisian. All right, Citywide Banks. I'm sure they're very proud of that Four on the Floor segment. A family-owned Colorado-focused
That was
business
good.
bank.
That was good
12
stuff.
locations across Denver and Boulder. More than 25 services they provide that your business could use, and they support a lot of charities around Colorado. So do your banking where we do our banking on this show. Go to Citywide Banks.